Right, super exciting one today. We are off to a golf course that I have wanted to play for probably the last 10 years, I would say. Maybe even longer actually. Yeah, it will be longer because I played what I thought was this golf course about 10 years or so ago, and I've wanted to play it for about 4 or 5 years before that, so it's probably about 15 years. It's the oldest golf club in the world that we're heading to today. We're up in Scotland. The sun is cracking the flags. It's nice and early in the morning and we are off on our way. So we're heading out towards Edinburgh. We're just staying out near Renaissance at the moment for the Scottish Open. It's time to get going, and we're going to hit you with a few facts on the way. I've got a little quiz coming to see if you can actually decipher which golf course it is before we hit the first tee. So hit us, Joe. First fact.
Firstly, this golf course has hosted the most Open Championships in history.
Oh, wow. I'm going to say that's a false fact.
Okay.
I think it's either going to be Prestwick or St Andrews. St Andrews has to have held the most, surely.
Right.
Okay.
Next one. There's documented evidence of golf being played here since 1672. As way back as that.
True or false?
True or false?
True.
True.
True. Yeah, I think I read something about that.
Okay. And then last one. This is my favourite one. Very topical.
Joe's favourite question.
As of late recently. This course organised the first breakaway tour to rival the established Open.
Ooh.
True or false?
Very live PGA, isn't it? The only breakaway I know about is when Jack Nicklaus and them formed the PGA Tour. I'm going to say that's true.
Right. Well, I can tell you, you got 3 out of 3.
Did I?
Yeah. So it's not hosted the most Open Championships in history. It's hosted 6. St Andrews Old Course has hosted the most, of course. Documented evidence of golf being played here since 1672. That is true. However, there is Mary Queen of Scots is reputed to have played here in 1567.
I think I was about 6 then.
But no official documentation of that. And then the organised breakaway Open to rival the established Open is true. So when the club moved from its location now to Muirfield in 1892, the Open moved there as well.
Yeah, went to the Gullens as well, didn't it?
So then they set up a rival Open competition with more prize money as well.
Oh, cheeky. Sounds very, very live. Right,
yeah.
Let's get to the first tee of where we are going. And this, folks, right here inside this racetrack is the oldest golf course in the world. We are at Musselburgh Golf Club, the old course. We're going to go and play 9 holes. That's all it is. I am so excited for this today. Number 1, it's the oldest golf course in the world. Number 2, I've never played a golf course that is inside a racetrack. Luckily there's no horses running today, so I won't hit them with any errant shots. But a lot of history has happened here. 6 Open Championships, where golf began almost. It's going to be absolutely awesome. It looks really undulating considering it's inside a racetrack. So we're going to get to the first tee. We're going to have a hit and see what happens. Oh, missed the trap. Missed the trap. Oh, we've missed it. We've missed it. Right, so we are away. First tee, you wander over the racetrack. I don't think they play when horses are going around. That would be a severe health hazard, but par 3 to start, 240, no mean feat. Only 1 in 3 players actually find the green here from the ShotScope stats. It's a serious golf hole. I think there's 2 more par 3s and none of them are shy of 180. I think another long one at about 240. Like we said, golf played here 1672, but there are records of Queen Mary of Scots playing here, so I'm super excited to play it. It's a links. There's big deep pot bunkers. We were told to avoid them. I think I've just missed that first one. Lots of gorse out here. It's going to be a cool 9-hole video this. I am super pumped. The actual old clubhouse you can just see across the way here. That's the old clubhouse there. They would wander across to the first tee and then come out for the games here. There's also something cool on the back of the fourth green that we'll show you as we get down there, but very excited for this today. Very excited. Leave us a little comment and a like if you played here. Would you like to play here? Oh, right, come on. I can see now why the starter said do avoid the bunkers. I'm 6 foot tall and I'm below the level of the surface here, and then it's got eyelids on it, so yeah, proper nasty, those bunkers. Imagine trying to get out here. One of the cool things you can do here at Old Musselburgh is rent hickory golf clubs to play, so imagine trying to get out there with a wooden stick. That would be nasty. Luckily we've avoided it and we've got a little chip over the bunker. Ooh, and that's got, I know old Tom Morris wasn't born when this was designed, but it's got shades of it. Shades of it. I need to land this around here and let it just trickle up. How cool is this? I'm just buzzing to play this place. Ooh, a bit of a funky bounce. It's okay though. Got it running up the slope. Just pushed it a fraction, but we've got a chance of our par. I don't think making a bogey is the end of the world here. 240's a US Open style par 3, but plenty more holes to play if we don't get it. Just on the left edge. Glorious day in Scotland. What a 3 this would be at the oldest golf club in the world. Oh, right across the hole. I thought I had that. Thought I had it. Oh well. Not the end of the world, like I say. Lots to go. Lots to go. It's probably the hardest opening hole I've played in a long time, that is. It requires a serious golf shot to get up onto the green. This is obviously here. As you come off the back of the first green, you've got the grandstand for where the racing takes part. I don't know how often the racing actually takes part here, but all goes down there. Parade ring, jockey rooms, and golf's played in the middle of it. Mad. I wonder when they decided, when the golf course was obviously here because the horse racing circuit wouldn't have been here, when they thought, do you know what, why don't we just pop a little a racetrack in around the golf course? That'll be a good idea. That'll be a good idea. 348 yards a second, a straight one. 348 downhill. There are some bunkers in the middle of the fairway, but they're only 50 yards from the green. So if I get a good one bouncing, I think I can get on today, which would be a nice little win. It's interesting, the council actually look after the golf course now. A membership here, it's a 9-hole golf course. Membership at the oldest golf course in the world is £295. Insane. A 5-day ticket's like £235 and it's £24.50 a round. It's actually more expensive to hire hickory clubs, 52 quid for a hickory set, than it is to actually play 9 holes here, which is, I think, absolutely brilliant, because if you love your golf and you love a little bit of history of golf, the sort of excitement level you get from places like this is brilliant. So 24 quid to come out on a day like this, don't get much better. Right then, it looks like we've got the rest of the golf course to the left and the racetracks to the right. So we're going to go down the left edge of the fairway because the wind's moving that way a little bit and just knock it up. Oh, I've towed it. Looked like a straightish bounce. Wasn't my best strike. It was only slightly out the toe, but it dove. But I would assume it is nothing more than a flick over. Let's go. I'm quite glad I hit a little bit of a toey hook, because if you look at these bunkers here that are like 60 yards shy of the green, and then you just turn around and look at the 2 fairway bunkers there, I may have taken his note of don't go in any of the bunkers a little bit light-hearted, because that looks deep. They're all revetted faces. They look treacherous. So actually my hook has worked out all right. It's going to be bouncing like God knows what down the wind here, out of the rough. Land it near that brown burnt patch. See what happens. What's the front 57? 57, so I'm going to try and pitch this at 50 because it's going to bounce a lot up here. That should kick lovely. Oh, that's, yeah, probably landed it. I didn't strike it as central as I could have. Probably should have tried to cut it maybe, but we've got a 20-foot birdie chance. It does look so good, like playing inside a racetrack's a novelty. It being the oldest club in the world, it's a links in Scotland. It's just got so many great things going for it, and then that price as well. I think I might join just as a country member. Right, a bit of right to left down the slope to start off with, and it just wants to eke a little bit to the left and then right at the end. Got the pace, it shot more left than I thought it would do, but a 4 off a hook is always welcomed. Right, on to the next. I think it's par 4 next. Buzzing, baddie buzzing. Right, the third hole is a par 4 that plays 357 yards. 1 in 15 tee shots are actually lost on this tee, I would assume, because if we just look to the right here, we're literally on the racetrack, or the racetrack's the fence line there. Anything that passes that fence line you can't play. Given that it's about 22 degrees already at 9:05 in the morning, I could be going under that sprinkler in a minute. But it's a pretty straightforward hole. There is a bunker down there at 260, so I'm just going to hit driver instead of 3-wood. Try and get it close and see what we can do from there. 363, the longest drive on here, so someone's knocked it through the back, so I need to get it on the green today. Well, with that flight, if that's down the fairway, which I think it is, I've seen the sandy bounce, that's got about 100 yards of run in it. I love that peg down shot with driver. Love it. Right, come on. I'm absolutely loving this. So when you're here, you've got Edinburgh, it's literally 15 minutes that way. You can vaguely see Arthur's Seat or Chair. We all know my geography is terrible and I can't remember which one it is. You can see that in the backdrop there. But literally just down the road you have Royal Musselburgh as your next golf course. Then you get out to actually where we see the likes of North Berwick's, Gullens. The Scottish Open's been played this week at Renaissance down there. Archerfield that we've done videos at. So a fantastic stretch of golf along this coastline. And on a day like this, it doesn't get any better. We didn't get the longest drive. We only hit that, I think, about 325 yards. Maybe a little bit further actually, 330. We're at 25 to the middle. Strange little shot this. I've got 22 to the front, but then there's like a little upslope onto the green, and they're so firm I don't want to try and land it all the way. I almost want to try and run this up to the flag, so I might just bump this with a 50 just short, and it'll just bumble along as well. If I get a 58 and don't catch it, it doesn't get up there, and if I go too heavy-handed, it goes past it as well. This is just going to be a trundler all the way up there. This could go in. This could go in. Oh, I just pulled up. Well, I'm happy with that one. Imagine playing around here, like the length of the tees are what they used to be. There's been no redesign, I don't think. And they used to play it with wooden clubs. So it would have been like a feathery ball as well, or a gutty ball, and hitting it down there, avoiding those big traps. It's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We've got a 8-foot birdie look here. Pushed it. I knew as soon as I'd hit that I'd pushed it. Oh well, keep giving myself chances like that and just enjoy the golf course, and we're all gravy. Right, on to the fourth. So Mrs. Foreman's here, the name of the hole at the fourth, 460. There's a white building you can see down at the green there. There used to be a little hole in the fence or the wall, and there was a little serving hatch at the back of the green, so when players would come, essentially for 9 holes, that was the if it was a 9-hole course back then and they've only played 9, that would be where the old serving hatch was, so you get all your refreshments and things like that. So probably a Krabby's or a Magners and things like that, and then on your way. So see, we'll show it you when we get down there, but it's 420 from back here, and I think there's a few bunkers to contend with, but they're all down at the green, so it's just driver down at it, keep it inside the racetrack. This is one of the this is the hardest hole on the golf course. You can see how close the race course gets along the fence line there. So driver, let's see what we can do. And that is bouncing. It's like hitting it onto concrete at the minute. Nice firm Scottish fairways. Before we started my first win series, which is helping me with these in the reds, still yet to break par on one, I would have potentially hit those houses over there with the driver, because it was wild. But going to see Damien, I've literally not changed swing thought with the driver for I think it's close to 2 months now. I've never not deviated, like aiming pretty central. Normally I probably would have aimed 15 yards more left and tried cutting that even more, but I've aimed just down the left side of the fairway, hit it straight, and we're in no trouble. It's amazing what a clear thought and a little bit of a tweak can do from a professional, and then all of a sudden you get a bit of confidence. Let's hope it stays. Let's hope we can pinch a few bidets back as well. Well, fairway safely found, and only 89 yards left in there. 89 yards, only 20% of ShotScope users actually hit this green, and when they do hit it, it's the most treacherous one to put on. 2.4 putts per green, so plenty of 3-whack. Today I hope I am not in that statistic. I'm going to go 58 because we're downwind, and this swing gets to 75, so just give it a little bit more juice and it should get up on, and with a bit more speed and loft should hold the flag. Good bounce. Oh no, sit. Absolutely, you can see actual skin of the ball on there where I've struck it. It's managed to hold on, but I can already, from looking where that ball is to where the flag is, I can see why 2.4 putts is something that happens, because it looks scarily fast down that hill. As it says here, the cradle of golf. This is where the hatch would have been through there in the old building. Someone's obviously bought it since then, and they do live here. Imagine like the amount of golfers that have come through here and stopped for a little tot of whiskey, I would imagine, on a cold Scottish winter's day. Amazing that. Right, and then they would have, whether they'd done it before the putt, that's maybe why it's 2.4 putts per green. Everyone was a little bit sauced up. I've got a tremendously fast one down now. I pitched about 1 yard shy of the upslope, pitched slightly on the downslope, so it's run through, but great green, loads of tricky pin positions here. I've got to put mine as if the hole was about here, and then it'll just feed its way down to the hole there. If I get heavy-handed, I might be popping my chipping statistics back up. Oh, I just needed a bit more, so it's going to be slicker down the hill. Right on line as well, that. We are not a statistic. We are not a statistic. Mega, that is a great green, that is so cool. What a place, I'm absolutely buzzing about this. Right, onwards. 185 yards, our fifth hole, the C hole. A hole where 1 in 10 players make a double or worse here. And I'm going to hazard a guess that's because of what I can see being a very deep pot bunker right at the front. Green looks fairly big, to be fair, and fairly open, but that is the one place that you don't want to miss it. The front of the green's 170. I'd not 185 here. If it was flat calm, I'd be thinking 7 or 8, but we're back into the wind, I've gone 6, and if I go past that bunker, I'm okay. I don't want to find myself in there, so just a nice little cutty 6, and we should be okay. Middle of the green, take my 2 putts and run away. Get underneath it more, Matt. That was a terrible golf swing. I actually think I'm on the fringe there, but terrible. This is an interesting little chip. The green's half the size actually what I thought. I thought it came out here and was relatively flat, as where it's half the size and it's got 2 elephants underneath it. I've got to pitch mine to let it just be rolling down. At this point it needs to just be coming down here with a little bit of momentum. It's 54, just land it just shy, just in line with the shadow of the flag, and let it run down. That was a poor iron shot, but a great chip can help us. Landed it too far. A bit heavy-handed there. Anyhow, we move on. Hole a putt, all is forgiven. This is the shortest par 3 on the course as well, 183. Yeah. Oh wow, look at that. Another bunker that's about 6 foot deep. There's one at the back as well. I've done well to avoid them thus far, but the score isn't saying that. All's forgiven. Said at the end it wanted to go right to left, and I thought it had enough to straighten it out. Oh, sloppy 3 there. Tee shot was all to blame, but not to worry. That's a great little hole, that. Small green, bunkers of doom around it, and a green that's got several elephants underneath it. What a par 3. Well, if we get a good one away here, we could bounce it on 326 yards. The table, this is known as, you're looking directly back at Arthur's seat there. The green, we walked by it when we were going to the 4th tee, and it looked like the biggest Mackenzie going. If you hit it past the pin today and you're coming down, 3-putting is inevitable. But I will not be doing that. I'm going to hit a lovely drive and just land it shy and let it trickle to 10 feet. That's the plan anyway. I'm going to hit the worst shaft you've ever seen. Always give myself the commentator's curse. Talked about I've been driving it so well on the 4th, and I've got this one thought, I still had it and I mishit it. After my flary flirter, I'm actually quite glad, because if you look at that old sort of coffin-y grass bunker-esque type of thing, and now I've got 70 yards to the flag. Do not want to go beyond it. You could almost, if the greens were really slick here and I was pitching off the fairway in a straight at the green, not across it, you'd have the fun of hitting it up and having it come back down. But I'm going to go 58 and land it about 5 paces shy of the green and let it just bumble up with a 58. Ooh. A bit like that. That felt really weird as I hit that. That felt very strange. But we're putting after a rubbish drive. We go back there for the next one. What a golf course! What a brilliant way. If you're thinking like golf in Scotland, like I mentioned, the courses that are all in this vicinity down the East Lothian coast. You know, if you're looking at like, well, Muirfield, you're not really getting a game. You can buy a ticket, but it's 550 quid or something, and you have to do a whole luncheon in between. Renaissance, you'll struggle. Archerfield's in the couple of £100 bracket. North Berwick, round that mark. Gullen's the same. Kilspindy's cheaper, and Craigie Law are, but £24.50 for something like this, I think is absolutely incredible. Come on, Matthew. think after I've hit this putt, I'm going to have a little go from up top, have a nearest the pin, see how close we can get it to staying on the green. I think I'm overreading these a little bit. Making a lot of easy fours, which you should do on a shorter course, but not getting those birdie chances converted, and we're giving ourselves a few. Just have a look at this. How cool is this? It's a big old green, to be fair. Very big green. Got a 40-yard green split in two with probably a 4 foot, 5 foot slope. Got to put this so it literally dies on the edge to keep it on the green. That's too fast. Oh no, oh no. We're having that. We're having that, not bad. I don't think you could stand here all day and get many closer than that. That is brilliant. What a green that is. Imagine that baked in summer, shaved down. That would have been 20 yards down the front of the fairway. Easy two putt. The bathing coach. Now, we saw a little sign up on the second tee about the bathing coach, which was basically like a wheel around shower that people would go into, which seemed very, very odd. It was like a little shed on wheels and you would bathe in there for some reason, but that's the name of the 7th hole. 479 yards, the easiest hole on the golf course. A lot of players walk off with birdie here because it is a par 5, so let's see if we can be one of the said players. A slight dog leg from left to right with a big bunker sticking at you in sort of 180 yards, so that doesn't matter. Let's get a good one away and see what we can do. Just moving a little left on me, but should be okay. Well, I've seen about 10 bounces there, so I assume it's just gone into the semi on the left-hand side, but a lovely drive out here. Now, for everyone who is also a race fan, as well as a golf fan / Matt Fry golf fan, here's a question for you. I can name one, well, me and Joe can name one. We know of another one, but we can't remember the name of it. But how many golf courses in the UK are actually inside of a race course? Obviously, there's one here. We know that there's one at Doncaster. There's one down south, like Hankley or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. But drop in the comments if you know of any other courses that are inside a race course. We could do a race course series, race to 1 under par, as we go around and play all the courses that are inside a race course. I reckon there's going to be, we'll Google it, we'll pop the answer up. I think there'll be 20, maybe a little bit higher that. I'm going to redact that answer and go for 10 courses inside a race course in mainland England, Scotland, Wales. 195 wins, into off the right, but the pin looks very much at the back. 166 front. That's going to come out hot out of that lie. I'm going to hit 6 iron. This is gold. This is gold. Just a punchy 6 iron out of this. It's like sat in a weed slightly, and it should come out flat and bouncy. Couple of bounces for me, be good. Well, we're putting for eagle. We are putting for eagle. That's all we want. Be nice to get that boxed off. We have an uphill eagle putt. The greens are nuts. Now, this pitched up near the right corner here, and it's sort of fed round. And then there's a big knoll where that flag is. If you got over there, that would be nasty. If you missed the green as well to the left, that would be one tricky up and down. But we've got an eagle putt. There's not much in it. Do you know what I've not really been doing lately on my putting is picking the start line in terms of something a foot out in front of me and focusing on sending it through that. So I always used to do that. So I'm just going to get a little bit more involved with that now. I hit it too hard. You know what the great thing about that putt was though? We hit it on our start line and we hit the hole. So We learned something. We take a birdie. We need 2 birdies down the last to crawl back. I think the next is one of the long par 3s, so we'll be lucky if we get it here. You never know though, hole-in-ones could happen. Hitting it good, attitude's right, loving life. Why not have a hole-in-one? Why not? So Tom Lynch here, it says 1924 Tulsa, Oklahoma, 2013. Tom learned his golf here, spelled G-O-W-F, where his great uncle David Deacon Brown was British Open champion in 1886. How mad's that? So he's quite like, he's an American, and then he's come and learned to play over here, and his uncle was Open champ. How cool's that? Just a lovely little history bit there for you folks. What a day to be alive. Right, the 8th hole is a par 3. Should be a par 4. It's 240 back into the wind. I think I'm hitting 3 wood here. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. It's 250 to the back, so I'm thinking like if I just hit a little high cutty 3 wood, it should hold in this wind, because the wind it's definitely there and it's into a cross. So let's cut this up down the left, fade it on off that white house in the distance. 5-yard fade. Go on then. I think we're on the back edge. I think we're on the back edge there. We should be good. Didn't think I'd ever go long on this par 3, but let's see what we can do now. Again, another funky green, really pitched up in the right hand corner. Big left to right on this. Sort of going at the shadow of the flag and letting it nestle its way in. Get him. Ah, was maybe a little bit over cautious on that one. Just got to be confident with one's line here. Pick it, trust it, release it. Set it free on its way. Just like that. Well, old Mungo Park, first winner of the Open here in, I think, 12 BC. He would have been proud of that 3. Just going for a gallop and a canter, just looking where the flag is here. I assume we are down and to the right. I think I'll be at the green if I keep going here. As we play it, it's a big dog leg from right to left. It's 350 yards, but the actual hole itself is almost to the left of Arthur's seat here. It's over this gorse line. 1 in 40 balls are lost, but quite a lot of golfers come off with double bogey here. Not me. Keep turning for me. I assume that's going to be really good. It sort of kicked left when it landed. It was down the fairway, so who knows. Found the right line there. Another green that's insane. They could probably have 1 pin tightly tucked up at the top here, but a little bump and run for me here. Just onto, you could almost put this, but I think I'll just bump it just shy of the green and let it trundle up with me 50. Bit like that, going for your 2, going for your 2. Oh! Thought that was gonna snap back on me, but we have what I hope is a tap in 3 to get back to level par. This has been truly incredible. What a enjoyable golf course, just a fun little one. Oh, there's a golf ball there. A Srixon in a footprint. If anyone's looking for a Srixon in a footprint, it's down there. Fun little knock that, very fun. And now we finish off. Ooh, sneaky. Level par, folks. We didn't get under par, but we got level. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you are in East Lothian, please come and check this place out. It's truly incredible. Guys, see you in the next one. And why not watch another one here from an incredible golf course that's just down the road.